Good evening to all of you. I would like to welcome you to our healing service. As you know, you can follow the healing service by downloading it from our website, and I hope that you have done that as we begin our service on page 1. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Sharet, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
welcome Shabbat now on the bottom of page 1 of our Healing Service booklet. Out of the glaring darkness of life's chaos, we must struggle for the words that will bring light, that nobler life may be.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליקנה של שבת.
We continue on page 2 of our service booklets. We reach for you, our God, from our quiet places. May we stand still for a brief moment and listen to the rain. Stand still for a brief moment and watch the play of sunlight and shadow on the leaves. For a brief moment, listen to the world. Let us stop the wheels of every day to be aware of Shabbat. Find the stillness of the sanctuary which the soul cherishes. Renew the covenant of an ancient people. We need a quiet space to test the balance of our days, the weight of our own needs against the heaviness of the world's demands. The balance is precarious. Steady us with faith. Quiet places and stillness where we will hear our own best impulses speak. Quiet places and stillness from which we will reach out to each other. We will find strength in silence, and with this strength, we will turn again to your service.
יתקדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך עדותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בהגלה בהגלה ובזמן קריב והימרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מברך לעולם לעלמי המיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו להלמין כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא וימרו אמן.
To be sure, we build different bridges to carry us on our way. Some bridges are wide, some are narrow. Some are made of strong, hardy material. Some are of delicate fabric that bends in every wind. Some are decorated with the finest, most precious, most beautiful jewels. Some are plain and simple. Some people sing on the journey, and some walk in silence. Some trek on with fortitude. Some take tentative steps. We have found that our stories, our myths, our parables, our deepest longings and most fervent yearnings, our highest dreams and our greatest aspirations are all the same. We have found, despite our surface differences in form and our real differences in substance, that there is much more that unites us than divides us. We are, each and every one of us, children of the universe. We are, each and every one of us, children of God. Let us rise now for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship.
Baruch Hu et Adonai, HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai, HaMevorach, Le'olam Vaed.
Blessed are you, Adonai, every day, because every day is a lifetime mirroring all life itself. Thank you for the morning when I feel fresh and young and wake to all the beauty around me. Thank you for the afternoon when the sun is high, suspended in triumph above a workaday world. Thank you for the evening when the shadows cast a sheltering palm above the universe, permitting it to pause ready for the dark. Thank you for the night with the ever-present stars to remind me that darkness is never absolute. Thank you for the calm that is restorative, not a mindless obliteration of reality. Thank you for the sleep that heals and strengthens and fills my heart with hope for new tomorrow.
Israel, Amecha Avta, Amcha Avta. Torah u'mitzvot, Mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shachvenu uvkumenu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei toratecha ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו והולך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. אוהב עמו ישראל.
We are loved by an unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved by an unending love. We're supported by hands that uplift us, even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by eyes that meet us, even when we are too weak for meeting. We are loved by an unending love. Embraced, touched, soothed, and counseled, ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed.
You may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Loving life and its mysterious source, with all our heart and all our spirit, all our senses and strength, we take upon ourselves and into ourselves these promises: to care for the earth and those who live upon it, to pursue justice and peace, to love kindness and compassion. We will teach this to our children throughout the passages of the day, as we dwell in our homes and as we go on our journeys, from the time we rise until we fall asleep. And may our actions be faithful to our words, that our children's children may live to know truth and kindness have embraced, peace and justice have kissed, and are one. Let us affirm our faith in Torah, our people's legacy of learning and faith. There are no words more challenging than "you shall be holy," no command more basic than "you shall love." There is no insight so fundamental as "in the beginning God created," no word so life-embracing as "you shall rest," no cry more compelling than "let my people go," no consolation more comforting than "I am with you in your distress." There is no vision more hopeful than "they shall beat their swords into plowshares," and no summons more demanding than "justice, justice shall you pursue." They are the words that have outlived monuments and empires. We want them to live through us until the end of time.
מי כמוך בהלים אדוני, מי כמוך בקודש נורתי לוט אוסף אלה מלכותך אהוב ענך מוקי הים לבני משה מלכותך אהוב ענך מוקי הים לבני משה אוסף אלה ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגואלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We come together on this Shabbat, each bringing to this sanctuary a private world of hopes, of fears, of dreams. Some of us are burdened by anxieties and cares that all but crush our faith in the future. Others have hearts filled with happiness, grateful for the joys of the past week, yet aware that even the most fortunate are vulnerable before the mystery of tomorrow. Every life is a unique blending of joy and sorrow, of fulfillment and frustration. Beneath our uniqueness, we are all bound together by our common humanity. All of us most deeply yearn for the blessings of freedom and peace. Each of us seeks the personal liberation of a mind that is not enslaved to conventional wisdom, a heart that is able to love without fear, a spirit that cries yes to the universe. Each of us strives, too, for the inner peace that comes with finding a harmony between what we want out of life and what we can have, between our aspirations and our abilities. This is the Shabbat peace to which we aspire. את השבת, שבת, לעשות את השבת, לדורותם ברית עולם. השביעי,
avat vayinafash.
Each generation has its path, each a vision of its own, yet each is linked to all. Their origin and goal are one. Our mothers and fathers kindled light to lead us to the day of shining hope, with mercy our companion along the way. Recalling the generations, we weave our lives into the tradition. Praise be the source of strength and courage, the source of kindness and good deeds. Praise be the source of gentleness and love, of softness and kind words. Praise be the man who transcends strength through gentleness. Praise be the woman who perfects gentle through strength. Praise be the person who acts according to the best that is within. Praise be the person who reaches out to touch the best in others. Praise be the gentle faithfulness of Abraham and the valiant strength of Sarah. Honor to the generations of Israel, our people. All honor to those who illuminate our paths. Let us rise now for the tefillah.
Adonai, seifatai tiftach, ufi agi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'himotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומר חסדים טובים, וחונה הכל, וזוכר השדה אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך חוזר ומשיח ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור נעלם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורוחי עולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומחיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בר גבורות, ומדרום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום נהלוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
There is holiness when we strive to be true to the best we know. There is holiness when we are kind to someone who cannot possibly be of service to us. There is holiness when we promote family harmony. There is holiness when we forget what divides us and remember what unites us. There is holiness when we are willing to be laughed at for what we believe. There is holiness when we love, truly, honestly, unselfishly. There is holiness when we remember the lonely and bring cheer to a dark corner. There is holiness when we share our bread, our ideas, our enthusiasm. There is holiness when we gather to reach God through prayer. You may be seated. Adonai Elohim
תפילתם באהבה תקבל ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל ישראל המך קרוב לכל כל להבין אל עבדיך וחננו שבוך רוחך עלינו ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים ברוך אתה אדוני המחזיר שכינתו
We cannot merely pray to you, O God, to end war, for we know that you have made the world so that all of us must find our own path to peace within ourselves and with our neighbors. We cannot merely pray to you, O God, to end starvation. You have already given us the resources with which to feed the entire world, if we would only use them wisely. We cannot merely pray to you, O God, to root out prejudice, for you have already given us eyes with which to see the good in all people, if we would only use them rightly. We cannot merely pray to you, O God, to end despair, for you have already given us the power to clear away the slums and to give hope, if only we would use our power justly. We cannot merely pray to you, O God, to end disease, for you have already given us great minds with which to search out cures and healings, if we would only use them constructively. Therefore we pray to you instead, O God, for strength, determination, and willpower to do as well as to pray, to become as well as to wish. For your sake and for ours, speedily and soon, that our land may be safe and our lives may be blessed.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Adon Melech Adon השלום, כי אתה הוא מלך אדום, לכל השלום, שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם, תשים לעולם.
Bring complete and lasting peace to Israel, your people, for you are the master of peace, who rules over all. Let it be good in your eyes to bless Israel, your people, every season, every hour, with your peace. Blessed are you, Eternal One. You bless your people, Israel, with peace. Makor HaChayim, fountain of life, we turn to you when life has turned a deaf ear to our tears.
May we
Be open to hear your comforting voice. At times of loss, when the darkness of life has left us blind, may we see the eternal light of your presence. When the difficulties we encounter have left us feeling groundless, with no sure path on which we may travel, may we be guided by your firm and caring hand. How often we have felt alone, needing the friendship of others, yet uncertain of where to go. May we find the strength of your constant companionship. We continue on page 12. A king once owned a diamond of great value. He was proud of his gem and kept it close to himself, never allowing it to be displayed for fear of someone stealing it. One day, as he held it, it managed to slip out of his hand and crashed onto the beautiful mosaic floor of his secret bedroom, where he isolated this great jewel. To his horror, he saw a terrible blemish right in the middle of the diamond. A long, crooked line marred its center. The king lamented his disaster and consulted every diamond cutter and jewel expert, but they all told him the same thing. Even if they worked endlessly, they would never be able to remove the imperfection. One day, a jeweler from a distant land came and, after having heard the story, and offered to work on the jewel for the king. "Why, I could make it even more beautiful than it was before the accident," said the diamond cutter. The jeweler worked earnestly. He made the imperfection the center of his carving. Out of the crooked line, he cut out the roots and stem of a rosebud. Then he produced a perfect rosebud at the tip of the stem. Everyone came to understand the meaning. Out of a blemish, out of imperfection, out of a wound, there can come delicate beauty. The worst thing can be changed into a virtue. Blessed be the mysterious one who creates disguises for life when life is endangered. Blessed be the wondrous one who reveals treasures when we saw only barren land. Blessed be the magnanimous one who creates awe for joy and growth and fear. Blessed be the source of all, who creates longing and want and need. Blessed be the bountiful one who creates abundant possibilities. Blessed be the holy guide who creates endless opportunities to choose. Blessed be the end of our amazement, who creates options amidst distress. Blessed be the Holy Spirit, who creates a path from each of us. Blessed be the glorious name, who creates paths we cannot retrace. Blessed be our shield and protector, who creates night when daylight is too much. Blessed be the holy wisdom, who creates the longing to proceed and the reluctance. Blessed be the holy wisdom, who creates opening in unexpected places. Blessed be the beneficent one, who creates amazement. Blessed be the holy mystery, who creates outrageous beauty. At this time in our service, we join together in singing our prayer for healing. We pray for all those who are ill, all those taking care of the ill, all those grieving the loss of loved ones, and all those whose lives are made difficult because of hatred and prejudice and ignorance. Our prayer for healing is found on page 13 of our service booklets.
Rifahenu Adonai v'nerafeh, Hoshihenu v'nivashea, El karov lechol korav, ach karov lirehav yishor. We pray for healing of the body. We pray for healing of the soul, for strength of flesh and mind and spirit. We pray to once again be whole. Refuhat haguf, refuhat shlema, heal us now, heal us now. Oshiha et amecha, וברך את אהלתך, וריהם ונשיהם עד העולם. מי שברך אבותינו, מי שברך אמותינו, אנא אדוני הושיענה. We pray for healing of our people. We pray for healing of the land and peace for every race and nation, every child, every woman, every man. Please heal us now. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, refuat shlema, ena nifana. Oh, please heal us now. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf, refuat shlema. Heal us now. Heal us now. Heal us now.
Do not think that the words of prayer, as you say them, go up to God. It is not the words themselves that ascend. It is rather the burning desire of your heart that rises like smoke toward heaven. If your prayer consists only of words and letters and does not contain your heart's desire, how can it rise up to God? We pause now for a moment of silent prayer.
Adonai tzuri v'goali.
We continue now on the bottom of page 14. Peace, shalom, is not the absence of difficulties, but the handling of difficulties without loss of balance. Shalom is not the absence of tension, but the acceptance of it as part of the way. Shalom is not the absence of war, but the careful waging of war without losing one's balance. Shalom is not passive nonviolence, but active confrontation with truth. Shalom is the ability to see the grain of life and act in accord with it, to discover that effortless effort, action in turn with the way of the universe, is the secret of both peace and power. We continue now on the bottom of page 15. After a while, you learn the subtle difference between holding a hand and chaining a soul. And you learn that love doesn't mean leaning, and that company doesn't always mean security. And you learn that kisses aren't contracts, and presents aren't promises. And you begin to accept your defeats with your head up and your eyes straight ahead, with the grace of a woman or a man, not the grief of a child. And you learn to build all your roads on today, because tomorrow's ground is too uncertain for plans, and futures have a way of falling down in mid-flight. After a while, you learn that even sunshine burns if you bask too much. So you plant your own garden and decorate your own soul instead of waiting for someone to bring you flowers. And you learn that you really can endure, and that you really are strong, and that you really have worth. And you learn, and you learn. With every goodbye, you learn. During our healing services, I like to share with you inspirational stories. And this one comes from a book entitled Wisdom by Deepak Gupta. Long ago in Egypt, there was a famous mystic named Zunnun. A young man came to visit him and asked, "Teacher, I do not understand why people like you dress in such a simple way. It really isn't necessary and doesn't make the right appearance." The mystic only smiled. He then took a ring that he was wearing and said, "Young friend, I will answer your question, but first, do one thing for me. Take this ring and go to the market across the street and see if you can sell this for 1 chip of gold." Having looked at Zunnun's filthy ring, the young man became doubtful. 1 chip of gold? I am not sure such a ring can be sold for that price. Try first, young man. Who knows? You might do it. The young man went to the market. He offered the ring first to the textile trader, then to a vegetable trader, then to a fish trader, and then to any trader who was willing to look at the ring. But nobody was willing to pay for it with a chip of gold. He went back to Zunnun and reported, "Teacher, nobody would offer more than 1 chip of silver for this ring." With a wise smile, Zunnun said, "Now, go to the gold shop at the back of this street. Show this to the owner. Do not tell them what you want for the ring. Just see how much he is willing to pay." The young man went to the gold shop and returned with a different expression on his face. He then said, "Teacher, the traders in the market really do not know the value of this ring. The gold trader, however, offered to buy this ring for 1,000 chips of gold." The ring was worth 1,000 times more than what the traders in the market would offer. Zunnun smiled and softly spoke. "This was the answer to your question, my friend. Someone cannot be valued only for his attire. The traders in the market do that. but not the gold trader. In this era of pandemic, we are focused on COVID-19 and the devastating effects it has had on people's lives and livelihoods. We need to remain aware of the dangers of this virus as our society reopens. But that should not cause us to take our eyes off another virus that also has devastating effects on the human family. This plague destroys human relationships. It pits people against each other. It shatters friendships, and it alienates family members. It questions motives. It inaccurately evaluates, and it devalues others. What is this illness that has afflicted us since the beginning of time? It is the way in which we superficially judge others. It is that in the human personality which allows us to make a casual assessment and thinking that what we see is the truth. We do it all the time with family members as we misconstrue their intentions. We do it with friends as we misinterpret their words. We do it in the workplace as we label someone with our own inaccurate perceptions, and we do it when we look at someone's skin color and then assess who we think they are based on that superficial observation alone. Should it be any surprise that our world is so completely fractured right now? People are pitted against each other. No one seems to be able to speak civilly. And this is happening because we love jumping to conclusions. If you are white, you must think this way. If you are black, you must think that way. If you are a Republican, you must approve of that policy. If you are a Democrat, you must take that position. If you are Jewish, you must believe this. And if you are a Muslim, you must approve of that. Looking skin deep, not taking the time to really get to know other people, thinking that we know what they are thinking. We can look at each other like the traders in our story who failed to see the value of the ring. Or we can look deep into the soul of others and, like the gold trader, see their true worth. Until we become gold traders, until we rid ourselves of the inclination to judge people, until we take the time to sincerely become acquainted with others, listening instead of judging, until we look deep into ourselves to determine why we are so quick to see only the outside of others, we will continue to think that we are seeing brass when in fact we are looking at gold. And based on those miscalculations and misperceptions, we will continue to promote the very divisions presently ripping society apart. Rabbi Joshua ben Parachia and Nitai of Arbel taught in Pirkei Avot, ethics of the fathers, that we should judge everyone favorably. Just imagine how different our world would look and how enriched our lives would be if only we took a moment to listen and learn about others. If only we used what is in their souls to judge them and not the preconceived prejudices we have in our own minds. Shabbat Shalom. Before we conclude our service this evening, I'd like to thank Bob and Andy for making our services so beautiful, and like to remind you that, as you know, I am retiring and the congregation is in the process of selecting your new rabbi. So I hope that all of you received the postcard telling you about the survey. Please take a moment to go online, answer the questions, and we hope you'll be able to do that no later than June 30th. We turn now to our concluding prayers. The Aleinu is found on page 16. Will you please rise?
עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגאל עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
You may be seated. We anticipate a day of whose coming we are certain, though its date and time we do not know. We anticipate a day on which questions will beget answers rather than doubt and the very worth of asking, a day on which memory will refuel hope rather than certify the cause for despair. We anticipate a day on which each will be fulfilled with his and her oneness and rejoice in the oneness of the other, a day on which each one will feel completed by the wholeness of the other. We anticipate a day when need will be the handmaiden of mutuality, the mutuality of friends, lovers, parents, and children, and even neighbors prone to enmity. We anticipate a day so improbable that only a remembered promise, however dimly remembered, would dare us to hope for its coming, a day that has not yet been, a day so filled with possibility that we cannot merely await it. We anticipate that day that beckons us as would a distant lover and makes us restless with its anticipation. We anticipate that day and know that its coming will be hastened only by the work of our minds, hearts, and hands. Indeed, it will come only because we anticipate it. And there are days when love is intense, when a child is born, when health and completeness are restored, when the balm of a spring day smooths away the last scaly flakes of winter kill, when we are reassured in some small measure that the day we anticipate, our anticipation day, will surely come. We anticipate that day with the yearning so intense that it transforms all our exertions into plans for hastening its arrival. All our restlessness, born of anticipation, makes silence unbearable. Me, my family, the Jewish people and Torah, a tree of life, roots holding on to the past, branches reaching to the future, leaves dancing like children, growing and changing with the seasons, teaching peace, caring, sharing, tolerance, understanding from parent to child, from generation to generation. At this sacred moment of our Shabbat worship, we think longingly and lovingly of Sue Coughlin, Joseph Gross, and Mike Schiff, all taken from us during recent days and weeks. We name too at this time those whose yahrzeits, the anniversary of whose passing occurs, as on this Shabbat we recall Suzanne Cohn, Robert Cooper, Esther Bobby Dixon, Benny Eckber, Shirley Fox, Howard James Franklin, Leora D. Harris, Celia Kahn, Delphine Kosek, Louis Lederman, Phyllis Levy, Dorothy L. Levinson, Max Levison, Aaron R. Liebenthal, Harold Miller, Zachary Morse, Henrietta Noodleman, Florence R. Podlish, Edward N. Rosenberg, Gloria Rosenberg, Hortense Y. Rosenbush, Harry L. Seitz, Zelma N. Shapiro, Herman Simon, Marilyn Sobel, Lawrence Starsky, Milton Starsky, Margaret Langsdorff Steinberg, Helen S. Truhaft, Walter S. Truhaft, Henry Weinman, Arlene Wiederschein, Mary H. Weil, Louis Wilner, and Clara H. Ziegler. Let us now rise as we sanctify the name of God with the words of the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, b'yalmad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mivarach, v'yalamu lamei almaya, yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal, shemei dekud shah barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran mi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalom ha'rabba min shemaya v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom mimromav, u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, give comfort to all who are bereaved, here and everywhere. Together we say, amen. We join together as we sing our closing hymn this evening, Tefillat HaDerech. May we all blessed as we go out on our way.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. blessing. Amen. 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 May this be a blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be a blessing. Amen. Be a blessing. Amen. 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 May this be a blessing. Amen.
Please join together with us as we bless the wine with the Kiddush and the Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei piri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodesho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lamase v'reshit ki hu yom tichila lemikra kodesh zecher yitziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'archata v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shamar koshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabat. Amen.
Chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.